action on 2K Sports with Greg. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Ball out there with Kobe White. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Vucevic. And it's Buenas in at the 4. Here's Sabonis. Chicago grabs the miss. They traveled to Sacramento last time they faced the Kings and came away with a win.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
Yeah, they sapped the energy right out of the building in that one. They just were knocking down threes, and it was deflating both for the team and the crowd.
Sabonis against Vucevic. Shot clock at 6. Sabonis inside. It's stolen by Vucevic. Fast break, Chicago. Here's White. Lavine with the rebound. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Murray. DeRozan in the corner. There's a screen by Murray. It's DeRozan with the drive. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
Now in the later stages of his career, Greg, DeMar DeRozan continues to be a master from the mid-range.
Kevin, we all know he loves that area of the floor. And what makes him so effective, the footwork. He's so good at backing guys down and creating space to get that jumper off.
DeMar DeRozan hits them both.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
To the middle, here's Vucevic, and slam dunk by Vucevic.
And using every bit of that large frame for the exclamation point, Vucevic a force around the rim.
Giddey against DeRozan. Plays it up and banks it in.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Ball kicks to Giddey. From downtown, the shot by Buenas, no good. DeRozan with it. 33 points last game. Murray outside. Back to DeRozan. Going inside, and he lays it straight in. DeRozan's got his second bucket tonight.
Looking tenacious on that take. Love whenever DeRozan attacks the rim like that.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin. Bulls coach Billy Donovan keeps perspective. He says, I used to come back from a tough road loss, go straight to the office and pull an all-nighter, trying to figure out what went wrong. My highs were too high and my lows were too low. You have to realize so much of it is just luck, the breaks of life. Kevin?
That's right, D.A. We respect Billy Donovan as much as any coach in the NBA. But a good outlook there, you're right. Hey, thank you. Pass to Vucevic. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And White kicks the ball. Over Ellis. Ball with the bucket. Ball's got his second bucket.
Alonzo does a good job there of creating the space, which helps him to settle in to that mid-range attempt.
DeRozan passes to Murray. Good on the shot.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Outside, ball. Pass to Buenas. Trying to find Vucevic. Gets it to him. And Domantas Sabonis pulls it down.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
It's hauled in by the Bulls. There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Giddey. White with it. Right side, ball. Fires the three. Great defense that time from Ellis. And so Ellis will bring it up for Sacramento. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
Well, in that one, you could pretty much see the writing on the wall. Their performance was lackluster at best.
Yeah, and they didn't get blown out in that game, but it felt deflating, and it felt like they got crushed. They could not get anything going, no matter who they had out on the court.
Ball, the pass to Vucevic. Doesn't go that time. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Kings ahead, up 2. Live from Golden One Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And when you consider how the Kings are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
We've got Carter. Sabonis is out there with Trey Lyles. And there's Monk. And it's Laravia in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Laravia. And he jams it with authority.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
At the line for your Kings, Laravia. 1 shot.
Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
And the Kings making a change here. Ellis has checked in.
For your Kings, number 23, Keon.
Here's Smith. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Williams sends a screen for Giddey. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
That's impressive stuff from Giddey, just getting on the interior part of the defense.
Pass to Sabonis. Tries the spin move, and the rejection by Smith. Giddey the pass to Dosunmu, to the paint, and finished off by Williams.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized 4 who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
And they've set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
Let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up. Let's see if that maintains.
Monk outside. Sabonis sets the pick for Monk. It's rebounded by Giddey. The Bulls have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Brent, some early success for Josh Giddey in the NBA. When you look at his game, what do you like most?
I love the vision, Kevin. This guy is one of the most creative passers that the NBA has, and is willing to take some risks. And the reason he does that is he has confidence in his teammates. But that vision by Josh Giddey is something special.
Pass to Sabonis. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Double team Sabonis. They need this. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
And this is how confident Sabonis has become. Ready to fire as soon as he gets it.
Now here's Giddey. He's coming off a 25-point game against Miami.
And he also positioned himself perfectly to grab all those rebounds, guys. Can't forget about the fundamentals.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working
like a charm.
Now Ellis. 9-point game his last outing. Here's Laravia. 5 on the clock. And he finishes nicely on the late. Laravia's got 5 points in the quarter.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
2 minutes remaining in the
Here's Giddey. Rebound by the Kings.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
1:49 left in the first half of the game. Monk, no one around him. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. Monk's got his first 3 points of the game. And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new grouping. Vucevic checked in for Jalen Smith. Buzelis comes in for Patrick Williams. Ball's checked in for Josh Giddey. And it's Kobe White in for Dosunmu. Pass the ball. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Now White. Vucevic setting the pick for Ball. And the Bulls with another miss. The Kings leading. Executing to perfection right now offensively.
I mean, in total sync. Good luck trying to stop him now.
We've got 1:08 left in the first half. Here's Ellis. Ball with the rebound. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
When they ran the offense right, they found some easy shots, but on that occasion, it was few and far between.
Yeah, lots of ups and downs. One good possession, 2 bad ones, 1 good one. You could never get on a steady run and play some solid offense.
Monk kicks to Lavine. Back to Monk. Ellis, the pass to Valanciunas. Valanciunas draws the double. Lavine finds DeRozan. And that comes off the assist by Lavine. And now a 5-point Sacramento lead. Here's Jones. Nothing on the board. In the corner, it's Buzelis. Back to Jones. Over Ellis. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Jones has got his first bucket of the night. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Kings lead by 3. And now let's thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
Hey folks, first off, let's take a look at the overall NBA schedule on tap for tonight. The Oklahoma City Thunder will go up against the Pacers in Indianapolis. 8:30 Eastern Time for the tip there. Let's switch back to the Sacramento Kings dealing with a thin margin at the half.
Total team effort. Instead of 5 starters, it's like they've got 7 or 8 guys getting it done. That's how good the reserves have been tonight, guys.
Lots of interchangeable parts. They can throw different lineups at you. Keeps you guessing. That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You have to like what you're seeing, guys, from Josh Giddey.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half, and I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Taking a look at the Bulls, they've got Vucevic. Buzelis out there with Josh Giddey. Then there's Lonzo Ball, and it's White in a shooting guard. DeRozan inside. Giddey defending. Chicago trailing here. Hey, Greg, Kobe White has proven he can run the show.
Well, he's more than just a scorer. He's become a quality playmaker with better decision-making. But his biggest improvement has been his efficiency.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, Kobe White became one of the top candidates last season for Most Improved Player. He says, I always tried to just let the work show. I wanted to prove that I could be a starting guard in this league. I just got to continue to get better every day, be aggressive, and be who I am. Kevin, back to you.
All right, D.A., love that attitude. Ellis bounce pass. Here's DeRozan. Basket counts. 11 points for DeMar DeRozan.
Getting aggressive inside. DeRozan refuses to waste that opportunity.
Right side, White. Pass to Buenas. And here is Giddey. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to go on Sabonis.
The defense getting up close. I feel like Giddey was just setting the guy up.
Bulls have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. That free throw good from Giddey.
Giddey, one of those guys who, when he's on the floor, plays with that kind of joy that Steve Kerr often talks about with Steph Curry. This is a guy who wants to keep improving in any way that he can.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. Let's check out the standings in the Western Conference and see how the playoff race is shaping up. Taking a look at Sacramento, winding things down this season. They're in that all-important 9th position within striking distance of a playoff spot.
Yeah, you know, for the Kings, they've had an interesting season for sure. They're competitive, they're feisty, but they're not a team that's going to dominate for long stretches.
I just think if you're on the other side, how much are you looking at that team and saying, we're scared of them? So not a lot of fear from the opposition and what they're bringing to the table. They're good, they compete, but do they have that extra gear? I'm not sure.
Lavine, good.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Back to White. Rocket 6. And slam dunk by Vucevic.
A high IQ player. Vucevic has that sixth sense for when to cut after screening for a teammate.
Murray surveying the D. Here's DeRozan from the baseline. And it's White with the rebound.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
2 minutes remaining in the fourth.
White against Lavine. Murray is screen on White. Lavine, good.
And Lavine is a volume three-point shooter. Good to see him knock it down from deep.
Giddey the pass to Vucevic. And that comes off the assist by Giddey. Giddey's got 3 assists in the game. And so Ellis will bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. Pass to Sabonis. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. And the layup's good off the glass. Sabonis has got 5 points so far. Vucevic up top. Now here's Giddey. DeRozan brings the double team. White, good.
An assertive offensive player. White knows he has the green light to rise and fire.
DeRozan against Giddey. And it's DeRozan missing.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
The offensive rebound. Giddey, no good. Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And DeRozan kicks to Ellis. Pass to DeRozan from outside the arc. They get it back. 20 seconds left in the third. No good with the layup. For Chicago, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Vucevic setting the pick for Giddey. Shoots over DeRozan. The wide open look here for Vucevic. From outside, off the mark. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. It's Chicago up 1. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. We've got Lyles. Ellis is out there with Monk. Then it's Lavine, and it's Valanciunas in at the 5 down low. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Lavine for 3. Rebound by Williams. The Bulls with the lead. Here's Giddey driving the lane and got hung up on the dunk. Quite enough elevation there, I guess. Monk attacking. Ellis outside. Back to Monk. On the wing, Lavine. The 3. And Jones pulls it down. The Bulls shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%.
Second personal foul. First team foul. Shooting for
that one is off. The Kings making a switch here. Arabia's checked in. The Bulls making a change here as well. Lonzo Ball is checked in for Dosunmu.
Well, I mean, a semi-productive trip to the free throw line, but we'll see whether or not it costs him.
To tie it up, Monk dishes to Valanciunas. Kicks it out to Ellis. Here's Laravia. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Ball against Lavine. And that one, good. Ball's got the lead up to 4 now for the Bulls.
Yeah, and how about Ball just working his way right through the contact that time?
Keegan Murray's checked in for Sacramento. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
During that break, Sacramento's coach had some words for the team. Now, he told his guys they can do this. In the huddle, he said, we've been here before and come back. So we know we can do this. We just have to believe. Inspiring words. We'll see if they live up to them. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. Giddey, no good. Sacramento's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. That one goes in.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
And just much sharper out there. You can see guys getting in tune. It's not about playing harder. Sometimes it's just about playing smarter.
Jones, the pass to Ball. And here is Giddey, guarded by Lavine. 5 to shoot. Giddey against Lavine, and Giddey gets it to go. Giddey's got the lead back up to 4 now for Chicago. And so Lavine will bring it up now for the Kings. Timeout, Sacramento.
Yeah, his shot is just not there tonight, guys. And instead of trying to shoot himself out of the slump, maybe he needs to start moving the ball around and creating for his teammates.
And some changes here for the Kings. Sabonis comes in for Jonas Valanciunas. And it's DeRozan in for Monk. Then for the Bulls, Vucevic, he's checked in for Smith. Buzelis comes in for Williams. And it's Kobe White in for Jones. Sabonis a screen on Giddey. And slam dunk by Sabonis.
And that's the reason why Sabonis gets the rock. He's just upping the ante.
For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Here's Giddey. Gets that one through the hole, make him now 7 of 13 in this game.
No nerves from Josh Giddey that time.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Up top to DeRozan. Giddey defending. DeRozan's shot is off.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
I mean, a 6'8 playmaker. Giddey is a point forward, and he piles up the assists.
Here's DeRozan. And yes, it's good.
And this is why you go to DeRozan. When they need a bucket, he's a guy that can go out and get it.
To the inside. Shoots it. Here's Vucevic. That shot off. Nice D from Sabonis. The Kings trail by 5. Ellis, the pass to Murray. Over Buenas. Murray gets to DeRozan. Sacramento moving it around. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. 15 points for DeMar DeRozan.
How about the heart DeRozan plays with? In the clutch, he's fully committed to getting his team whatever they need. Look at that shot. Vucevic not afraid to carry the weight, so to speak, in a tough situation. The team knows they can rely on him.
Giddey against DeRozan. Screen by Sabonis. And DeRozan. Here we go. Ellis wide open. It drops. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Here's Vucevic. Good!
Because of that refined offensive skill set, Vucevic can be a dependable scoring option late in game.
Timeout, Sacramento. DeRozan passes to Lavine. Inside, it's tipped. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
17 seconds left in the game. And so they foul intentionally.
Third team. Shooting for Chicago. Lonzo Ball. 2 shots.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that puts them up by 5. 17 seconds left in the fourth.
No time to waste on this possession.
Time is not on their side right now. They're aware.
Murray, no good. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Second personal foul. Fourth team foul. At the line for the Bulls. Buenas. 2 shots.
Gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game. So the Bulls win it. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother him. I mean,